Hi Rahul, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I'm good too, thank you. So can you tell us something about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Rahul. I have 3 years of experience in software testing, in which I have worked on manual and as well as the automation testing. I have worked on e-commerce and the banking related projects. My roles and responsibility are understanding the requirements, then creating the test cases as per the requirement. Once test cases are written, we'll have to review that test cases with concerned people like product owner and the test lead. In the test case review, if any feedback came from those people, we have to update, and again we have to review those feedback from those people. Once test case confirmation we got, we'll execute those test cases, all the function and non-functional testing we do there.
Hmm,
While executing those test cases, if we got any defect, that defect will raise into Jira and allocate that defect to the concerned developer. Once
hmm,
that we'll work with developer to fix that defect. Once defect got fixed and all testing is completed, we'll uh, prepare the test evidence document, and we'll share that test evidence document with the business for the our feature sign off. That is my
great,
roles and responsibility.
great,
And
great.
yeah, as a part of automation, I have worked on BDD Cucumber framework,
Mhm.
uh, and I have knowledge on core Java and SQLs also.
Great, great. Thank you so much, Rahul, for introducing yourself. So now, what do you mean by JDBC in Java?
JDBC is the basically we are connecting our uh, uh, mm,
Yes, yes. You can take your time to think, no worries.
yeah,
Hmm,
uh, for the database connectivity. Basically we are using JDBC, that
absolutely correct,
I know.
correct. Yes, yes, you are
Yeah,
on the correct
so
lines. So JDBC is nothing but it's an API, application programming interface that you can say used in Java programming to interact with the databases, right? What is the
yeah,
purpose of JDBC? So what does JDBC does is it is useful for the programmers or engineers that it will allow you to interact with a database, right? Now,
yeah,
interacting with a database requires some database connectivity. So over there, you can use JDBC,
yeah, we have
right?
add JDBC settings. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, great. Now, which are the types of statements in JDBC?
No, actually, can you help
Mhm.
me with this answer?
Sure, sure. No
uh,
worries, no worries. I'll tell you about this. Okay. So let me share my screen real quick so that you can get an idea. So which are the different types of statements if they ask you this question? So you will have create statement, you will have prepared statement, you will have callable statements, right? These
yeah,
all statements are a part of statement interface itself, right? So what will statement interface do? It will be useful to you to create SQL basic statements, right? So these are the
oh yeah,
different types of statements that you can do. And from here, we can also see create a statement. So I have explained this thing. Remaining on the same line, you can take understanding of these two statements as well. So what is a create a statement? What it would do is, so this is the syntax. If they ask you, then you can tell about this connection dot create statement. What does this create statement do? It will create an object for this interface, right?
okay,
So
yeah,
yeah, so it is generally used for, again, JDBC, as you mentioned, you have to access to database and it is useful for some kind of using static SQL statements at the runtime. You can create this
yeah,
statement, you can create the object for this interface, right? Create statement, prepared statement, callable statement. These are all related to statements interface.
okay.
Okay, so this is good. Now, what what do you mean by Java relational operators?
Mm, Operators, that
Yeah.
is
Hmm. So you would have known about arithmetic operators, unary operators, assignment operators. What are relational operators?
or, and,
Hmm.
mm, then
Then,
yeah, I think
mhm. So in relational operators, you will have equal to, you will have not equal to, you will have greater than, you will have less than,
okay,
right? Less than operator, then you will have greater than or equal to, you will have less than or equal to. Those are relational
yeah,
operators. What would be the output when you are using these relational operators?
for comparison or
Comparison,
mm,
absolutely. So they will
yeah,
return a Boolean result after the comparison.
yeah,
These relational operators are used in looping statements, or you can also use in conditional if-else statements,
yeah, correct.
right? So those are relational operators. Okay. What are strings in Java?
String is the collection, is the class. Also,
Correct.
it is the data type
Mm,
uh, in which we can store the string value.
mhm,
So also in the string class, it is a class also. So we can by using string class, it will provide some methods like equals methods. So we can do the comparison by using that equals method, string comparison.
mhm.
Uh, mm, yeah, so also the string class, yeah, I think
Mhm. You have various methods available in string. So two or three methods you can explain, like equal to, equal ignore case, substring related methods,
yeah,
right? Those things you can explain. Okay, now what is string buffer in Java?
yeah. So string buffer, it is also a class like string or object class. It is one of the type of wrapper class.
Mm-hmm.
So in string buffer also it having some methods like equals method. So inside string buffer class, the equals method is able to do the content as well as the address comparison.
Mm-hmm. Correct,
uh,
correct.
the string buffer class, it don't have its own equals method. So
Mm-hmm.
it using the object class equals method that
Mm-hmm.
is able to do the content as well as the address comparison.
So any methods of the string buffer class that you are able to recall?
uh, and, concat, uh, mm,
Okay, let me ask you,
no,
what does
yeah.
append method will do?
It will uh, add the string, like if we have Selenium,
Mm-hmm.
then I have to add the Java in that string. So I can use append method to
Mm-hmm.
uh, add the Selenium plus Java or string
Okay.
to append.
Will it be right? Will it be able to add only string, or it can add characters also?
Uh, yeah, I think a string we
Mm.
we are able to append.
What about
Character, I'm not
characters?
sure. Yes, I think.
Characters, yes, okay. So string it will append, character it will allow. Any other objects apart from string and character, will it allow?
Mm, no, not sure. Not sure.
Okay, okay, no worries. So when you get this kind of question, so what is string buffer? So string buffer is nothing but it's a class in Java, right? And you can also tell that string buffer objects are actually mutable, and you can change the contents of the buffer without creating a new object. Now, these are all the methods that it will have. Append method, it is used to add characters, strings, or other objects to the end of the buffer. Then insert, it is used to insert characters, strings, or other objects at a specified position in the buffer. Similarly, delete, as the method name suggests, straightforward. Append, insert,
Yeah.
delete is used to remove characters from the
Delete.
buffer. Reverse method is used to reverse the order of the characters in the buffer, right? So
Yeah.
these are all the
Yes.
methods of the string buffer class itself.
Okay. Yeah.
So it is simple. Then string buffer
Yeah.
is done. Okay. Now, what is the difference between string buffer and string builder?
Yeah. So in string buffer we can,
Mm,
it's mm, mutable. String buffer is a mutable,
mm.
and can you help me with this
Yeah, yeah,
answer?
yeah. Sure, sure, sure. No worries. So let me share my screen. So this is again a very important question. You would get this in an interview. Okay. So what is the difference between string buffer class and string builder class? So string buffer is synchronized. That means multiple threads cannot call the methods of string buffer simultaneously. A string builder is asynchronized. You will have multiple threads that can call the methods of string builder simultaneously, right? Because of
Okay.
this, because of asynchronization only, string builder is not a thread safe class because any thread can call the method, right? But it is also faster than string buffer, right? So
Okay.
you are understanding this particular pointers, right?
Yes.
Asynchronized,
Yes.
and it is not a thread safe, right? Because it is asynchronized,
Yes.
but it makes it a lot faster because those kind of decision making is not there. Any multiple threads are there though, so they can call the methods of string builder simultaneously, while string buffer is slower than string builder,
String builder. Yeah.
right? Okay,
Yes.
great. So this was the difference between string buffer and string builder.
Builder. Yeah.
Okay, now what is the difference between byte code and machine code?
So byte code, it is um, machine code in the form of 0 1. It is
Mhm.
understand by 0 1 code,
Mm,
integer value, and byte code.
mhm. Do you want me to help you out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, okay. No worries, no worries. So let me share my screen. Hmm, right. So byte code is actually consisting of binary, hexadecimal, right? And it is not directly understandable by CPU, while machine code is directly understandable by the CPU. Byte code is again considered as intermediate level code. Machine code is considered as low level code. Byte code is a non-runnable code, right? It will be generated after compilation of source code. It fully relies on the interpreter, while machine code is a set of instructions in the machine language. Machine code cannot be executed by a virtual machine. Byte code can be executed, right? So this is about the difference between byte code and machine code.
Machine code. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm giving you screen sharing rights. So you have IDE in your machine. I want you to write a Java program. So you are supposed
Yeah.
to write the Java program to print the last two digits of the current year, right? So current year is 2024. So you have to write a Java program to extract last two digits of a given year.
Okay.
Hmm? Can you share your screen? Can you click on share screen button, green color button?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I am not.
I have given you screen sharing, right? So you can click on share screen button, the green color button.
It got stuck actually.
No worries, no worries. You can take your time. So meanwhile, can you tell me what is polymorphism by the time you are able to start screen sharing?
Yeah. So polymorphism, it is like single entity can perform a different role at different places.
Correct, correct.
It
Mm-hmm,
is nothing but the polymorphism.
mm-hmm,
So the example of polymorphism, we
mm-hmm,
can say uh, a string. A string is the class and string is the data type also. So
mm-hmm,
that is example of polymorphism. So polymorphism actually have compile time, two type of polymorphism: compile
mm-hmm.
time and runtime polymorphism.
Okay, great, great. So what is the difference between the two types of polymorphism?
Yeah. So in compile time polymorphism, the uh, method overloading, uh, the method resolution take care by the compiler. Uh, it by the reference type. Uh, Method resolution always take care by the compiler by the reference type, and such kind of binding happen at the compiler time. So it's nothing but the compile time polymorphism. And
Mm-hmm,
runtime polymorphism, it is nothing but method overloading also, method overriding.
correct.
So in which the method resolution is always take care by the JVM.
Mm,
Uh, so and it's that binding is happen at the runtime. So it's also called as late binding or dynamic binding. Nothing but
mhm.
runtime polymorphism.
Okay, okay. So question and answer for that is completed, but can you please share your screen so that we can move on to the program? I thought by the time you will answer polymorphism, the screen, is it still getting stuck at your end?
Yeah, yeah, it's not responding at all.
Mm-hmm. Okay, can you tell me on a high level how what you will do actually if you want to get to if you have to write the Java code to extract last two digits of a year?
Mm, yeah, so basically,
Mm,
we'll store that year into the integer variable,
mm,
and by
then
using, I think, last two digit. So
You can take your time to think. Don't worry.
yeah,
We have 30 minutes.
okay. Mm, so
So don't get nervous. Okay. Think,
yeah, no,
think.
no.
Yeah, yeah. Think from a fresh perspective. You would just need the last two digits.
So there may be a method like extract
Mhm.
the last two digit by using we can print
Right,
the
right.
last
So
two digit of
last two
year.
digits. Yeah, yeah. So what will you do? How will you get to that point? Because you have when you are storing in variable, you have all the four digits, right? 2024,
Yeah,
or let's say you take an example of 1983 year. You have
yeah.
1983. All the four digits are there in that particular year. Now you just need the last two digits, 83. Then what will you do?
Mm, uh, can you help me out with the?
Sure, sure. I'll do that. So let me share my screen. Okay. Yeah, now is my screen visible to you?
Yes, yes, yeah,
Your screen sharing will not happen right now, right? Okay.
yeah.
See, so let us consider 1983. So now what is
Yeah.
1983? So it is 1 into 1000 plus 9 into hundreds. This is thousands place, this is hundreds place, this is tens, right? And then you have 3.
Yeah.
So when you take modulo by 100, so if you divide this year by 100, right? So in if you take modulus operator, so you will have the last 2 digits as the remainder.
Reminder. Yeah.
Hmm? So what we have
Okay.
to do, we have to perform this particular operation via coding. So what we can do, we can pass this in, you can store this in the integer variable, which you told, right? And
Yeah.
then you are moduling it with
By
100,
using modulo operation. Yeah.
right? So whatever quotient you will get, that will be in the form of, sorry, remainder you will get, right?
Reminder is the last two. Yeah.
Last 2 digits itself,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes.
Right? So this is the approach that you can explain in your interview as well, right?
Yes. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Now, how will you add two numbers without using arithmetic operator?
Yeah. So
Mm,
actually, I don't have
mhm.
more exposure on
Okay, no worries.
coding.
So
So
yeah. So are you aware about bitwise operators?
no.
So bitwise XOR, bitwise AND, bitwise left shift operator, right? Those are
Yeah. Yeah.
bitwise
Yeah.
operators. So those three operators you can use to add two numbers, to
Okay.
find the sum of two numbers without using the arithmetic operator,
Okay. Yeah.
right? Okay. Now, what is object in Java?
Mm, so object is the real-time entity.
Mhm.
Uh, so we can create an object of our class.
Correct,
So
correct.
by using that object variable, we can call our methods
Mhm,
from our class.
mhm,
And by creating the object of our class, also we can pass the value runtime in the
mhm,
methods by calling that object to methods.
mhm.
Yeah.
Right. So, what is an object? So, object is nothing but it represents real life entities, right? So, everything you will have in the object. So, that object will consist of state. It will have,
Okay.
it will reflect the properties of an object. Then it will be having some behavior. It will be having an identity, right? So if
Yeah.
you take an example of an object dog, so identity is name of the dog. If you see the state or attributes, so that is breed, age, color. If you see the
Yeah.
behaviors, it is barks. The dog will be barking, it will be sleeping, eating, right, running. Those are all the behaviors of the object. Okay. Why do
Okay.
we
Yeah.
why do we use new keyword while
Mm,
creating an object? You would be using new keyword. Why do we have to use new keyword?
mm, not sure. Can you
Mhm.
help me with this?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. So let this be an open question for the people who are watching this video. What is the significance of new keyword? Why do we have to use new keyword while creating an object in Java?
Okay.
Okay. Now let us move to the next question. Okay. What are constructors in Java?
Uh, yeah. So the constructor name same as the class name.
Hmm.
So basically, it's used to initialize the object at the time of its creation.
Correct,
And
correct.
uh, we have multiple type of constructor,
Hmm.
that is
Construct.
default constructor, parameterized constructor.
Correct.
Also we have keywords, this keyword
Mm,
and super keyword, also this method and super method. By using super uh, method, we can call the parent class constructor.
mm,
By using this method, we can call uh, the current class constructor itself.
mm. Correct, correct.
Yeah.
Okay, can you write a simple program with constructor? Can you write a simple program to demonstrate constructor? Are you able to share your screen now?
Oh,
Not yet.
no, not
Okay, okay.
directly,
So
but
okay, so it's not getting loaded. Fine, fine. No worries, no worries.
I think
So
something issues.
yeah, you have joined from Wi-Fi internet or mobile internet?
Mobile hotspot,
Mobile hotspot.
mobile
Okay,
internet.
okay. That's why it might be uh,
Yeah,
giving you those kind of errors. No worries, no worries. Let me share my screen. Okay. Now, are you able to see my screen?
yeah,
Mhm.
yes,
Okay. So what is a constructor? So as you mentioned, constructor is nothing but it is called whenever the instance of the class is created and it is having the same name instead of class name, right? So
yeah,
you can write this kind of code, right? You have class RD. This is the constructor itself, right?
yeah,
System.out.println constructor called here. And we are writing public static void main string arguments RD equal to new RD.
yeah.
Is it clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay, great. Now, what is public static void main string arguments?
So that is publish static void main. It is like whatever code we have written, that code execution will start from the that will search first the that method public static void main, and the execution of our program will start from that method.
Mm,
So the public is the access access
correct,
specifier.
correct. Public is an
Yeah.
access specifier. Great, great. Then what is static? What is void? What is main? Mm,
Static is nothing but we cannot change the uh, anything from the main. We cannot change the main method. That's why it declared as a static.
correct.
And no, void is the return type. It means it will not return
Anything.
anything.
Correct.
Yeah. So and the main is the method name. We cannot change the main method, the main keyword as the method. That
Mm,
main method name we cannot change.
mm,
Uh, and the string array argument is the parameter that we are passing in the main
mm.
method. So basically, we are not allowed to change anything from the main method.
Main method. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, great. What is the difference between system.out.println and system.out.print?
Yeah. So
Mm,
system.out.println will write our if we print anything, that will
mm,
in next line it will print. And
correct.
system that out dot print, it will not print anything in the next line. It will write in the same
Same
line.
line,
Yeah.
right, right. Okay, great. Fine. Okay, Rahul, I am done with the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
uh, yeah, if you would get my feedback,
Yeah,
that would
yeah,
be better.
sure, sure, sure. So first thing is, in an interview, please be ready with the ID things because they will ask you to share the screen and you will have to write those programs, right?
Yeah.
Then it's good that you are comfortable with the OOPS concepts like we discussed about polymorphism, right? The types of polymorphism, objects, classes, constructors, you are comfortable with those things. So those are the frequently asked questions. Apart from that, you need to revise few of the concepts like JDBC drivers then bitwise operators, relational operators, right? Then few of the core Java related topics that you will
Yes,
have to
core.
revisit again, right? Rest all looks good, right? Don't get nervous in an interview, right?
Yeah.
They will ask you questions. Even if you're not able to answer, think on that with a cool mind. You might be able to recall because you might would have read somewhere. Sometimes what happens is we are working day in and day out, but we are not able to recall during the interviews. So just ask 1 minute or some time to think from the interviewer. And then if you are
Yeah.
able to recall, you can give partially correct answers also, right? That is
Yeah.
also a good thing,
Yes.
right? So
Yeah. Sure.
it's really good that
Yes.
you were able to recall oops concepts, right? Then
Yeah.
constructor you were able to answer, then public static void main also you were able to answer, right? So these
Yeah.
are the things. JDBC statements you have to revisit. Then
Yes.
string buffer, difference between string buffer, string builder, those things you will have to revisit.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Rahul. So today we connected for core Java. Next time we will be connecting
Yeah.
for Selenium or API testing, whichever you suggest. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. That
Yeah,
would be better. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.